Connected. All right, we should be streaming.
All right.
Egg salad.
Pre-show time.
Yeah, I just got notified through YouTube that we're up. Live stream offline. Live stream off. Says offline here.
Oh no.
Let me get that. I don't know. That show's on. That show's off. I'm sure it's up.
I need like one of those like drop buttons for when I'm coughing and sniffling.
Yeah. I do need to get some cough switches in here. Here, I'll get the Kleenexes out for you and everything. That might be helpful.
Maybe. I don't need many, I don't think. I've just been having like I don't know. This like weird lingering sickness keeps going through the family.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
God knows the last thing we need is the heater to turn on. Jeez. Never gets hot in this room. Oh.
Yeah, last week I was sweating pretty hard.
Yeah.
But we were in here for a while.
We were, dude.
I got home, my wife was still working.
It's so crazy.
I told her tonight, I was like, instead of being a psychopath and working until 2 o'clock in the morning,
right,
you should go to bed instead.
You should go to bed.
Yeah. I said it in nice words. I was like, you're a lot nicer when you've slept.
Oh, come on. That's not nice. I'm going to refresh this.
Well, I say it gently because she'll remind me that it's because I don't ever wake up for the kids. Ever. So it's my fault, essentially.
Well, for some odd reason, that didn't go. So connecting. Connected. Hey. See if it does it again. Do 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 boom boom boom.
So many great memories associated with that song.
Yes.
I was really disappointed that I wasn't able to find a NES Classic just because...
Oh, because they don't make them anymore.
Yeah, they stopped making them. Nintendo's really great at saying, we don't like money.
Right.
Like, I mean, millions of people would still probably buy it. They could have priced it at way more money.
You know why? There we go.
Nintendo's really great at saying,
it's up and live now. It's working now.
Yeah.
So they're launching the Super Nintendo version.
Well, great, but why not both? I would buy both.
I would totally.
But they were gone instantly every time. I mean, I think Idaho just is like, well, nobody plays video games here. Everybody's out riding their tractors, which is true in some senses. But then there's a huge gaming community here, and a bunch of us would have liked to have one.
I love how it's tractors.
Yeah. Well, I have a lot of friends that farm, so.
I do too.
Yeah, it's true. It's a thing here. There's a lot of land.
Land?
Yep.
What is this mythical thing you speak of?
Yeah.
Let's see where I can...
Well, and they don't build the houses right next to each other here, so...
No.
That's one of the coolest things.
God.
Yeah, it was a different shock when I got here, and they actually had backyards. Because I grew up...
What is this?
I grew up where they're... Like Lunenburg, Massachusetts... where it's a little town.
It's supposed to mean something to me.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it because if there's anybody out there listening who happens to live there right now, my sister or any of them, we didn't have fences, and it was just big yards.
No fence?
No fence.
I mean, I know there's certain places around that is a thing. There's certain places here in Idaho that's a thing.
Yeah, but that's just people that don't want to pay for them.
Pretty much.
That's what it is.
And then they want to be like, oh no, we're comfortable with our neighbors. We've got good neighbors. We don't have to worry about it. It's like, I want to buy it, but at the same time, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can buy that one.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is,
yeah,
nobody really wants to look right into their neighbor's sliding glass window or whatever, sliding glass door.
Unless she's really cute.
You're going to go there. But that's called stalking or peeping.
Yeah, peeping, probably.
Peeping, yeah. Well, unless you're doing it like every day and you're starting to fog it up and stuff.
No, I didn't.
You're up against the window.
We didn't say anything about going to the door. I was assuming like you're at your kitchen sink washing your dishes and you glance up and you're like, oh, all right. Well,
that's so you're saying, okay, that you can play it off as an accident.
Right,
you're not
like,
saying like washing the dishes in front of the door, fogging it up.
No, yeah, you got the bucket right in front of her door. Yeah. And no. You are so wrong. Sorry.
That is so funny.
I'm sorry to every woman that's had to deal with this.
Exactly. Yeah, we've just triggered at least 50,000 people.
At least.
Yeah, that's good.
But it's going viral.
Yeah. Yep. We'll be getting complaint letters pretty soon.
It's going viral like glitter.
Yeah.
The herpes of crafting.
Yeah. Also associated with other types of herpes.
Ew.
Okay, I'll leave that one alone.
Ew.
Yeah, so right before we started the pre-show, I posted the link.
Yeah.
And I said, I suck at podcasting, but come check this out anyways.
I suck at podcasting. At least you're honest.
Yeah, I try.
You know, I need to go on here real fast and share it to my people as well.
It's probably about the best you could say is that I'm honest about my horrible podcasting skills.
I think you're good. And
You have to say that because you want me back here, right?
I think you're good at barbecuing.
There you go. I'm trying to copy the link again.
There we go. So I got it. I just put it on Facebook. So
okay, I'm gonna go there and
maybe I'll
grab it.
Should I do it on Twitter too?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
I'll share it to my Instagram, which is growing rapidly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's because Delectable Meats is a delectable name.
Yes. Did you share the link on ClasslessChat?
I did it on my personal one.
Oh,
It should be on ClasslessChat too, though.
It's so hard because I have like all these Drew.
Well, I have
like Drew Brown.
This is set up with an automatic system to where it should automatically be on the ClasslessChat one. Maybe even twice now.
This stupid thing won't let me.
Of course not. ClasslessChat Live starts now. Yeah, it's on the ClasslessChat one too. What is that noise?
I don't know. I heard that too.
You know, I bet,
Okay.
I think it's my computer fan, but normally that doesn't get picked up. It's just our headphones are hotter than everything else. So what do you do? That's right, they are. Our microphone brings some of the boys to the yard.
Oh man.
I could teach you, but I'd have to charge.
Oh, that's not even remotely good music at all.
Per the conversation with Tony, my cousin.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, refer back to that.
Right. Oh,
yeah. I said one time on a job site I really irritated somebody. I can't remember what they were listening to something just horrible. And somebody asked me, "Oh, hey, is this your jam?" And I said, "No."
No.
I was like, "Actually, I really like music that actually qualifies as music."
What?
It was a very elitist thing to say. And I got some crap for it. So,
but it was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it. At least 2 people laughed.
And there you go.
Yeah,
that's
so
perfect.
Good. Yeah.
All right, so on the launch, you want to do 1 and 3?
Yeah.
And I'll do that one thing.
Saying the first one's going to be so hard without laughing.
Yes, but it's true.
Yeah.
Unlike the second one.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's a weird article.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll say 1 and 3, and then which ones do you want to actually take for the show? I'll let you. Since you weren't able to find any this week.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, dude, it's not like you're supposed to be here every week.
I was just so busy, but I did watch the movie though.
There you go. That's a plus.
Yeah.
I did too. Was it Monday? Or was it last? Maybe it was last night.
Yeah. I don't remember when.
I don't remember. It was either Monday night or last night, and I'm like, I remember parts of this.
I thought it was, yeah, I think I had seen it when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what year it came out, but it's a good
89.
movie. 89. Okay, yeah. So I was pretty young.
I was 4.
Yeah, that would have been 3.
I'm going to nickname you Snotzy McMahonwagon.
Thanks. Sorry. Yeah, not doing too good here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I can do the 2 that I'm reading off. I'm fine with that. Oh, the apology beer is hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'll just read. I can do the 2 articles that.
You want to do 1 and 3?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Well, you ready to start this thing?
Sure.
Excuse me. All right, we'll start recording. On this episode of Classless Chat,
the people. Wait, sorry. Start it over. I messed up.
Mark. All right, we'll just start it again. Sorry. On this episode of Classless Chat,
people worship the Cyclops goat.
Russian truth site photoshops UFOs.
Old art with a smile.
And apology beer.
I'm so sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what you are about to hear is the future of entertainment. May I present to you Classless Chat with your hosts, Drew and Pat.
Welcome all to Patio O'Malley's Patio Furniture Emporium and Pub, where you'll enjoy the comfort of fine, handcrafted patio furniture and a fine handcrafted pint. No blarney here. You can see the quality of our outdoor furnishings. Our lounge chairs are stout, and so is the ale. This week, when you buy a new patio swing, we'll help you swing even more when we throw in a keg of our finest brew. That's right, at Patio O'Malley's, only the finest patio furniture will do. No potatoes here.
None.
That's right. No potato.
No potatoes.
Take a swing at our leprechaun pinata. One smack with Patty's shillelagh and win 50% off your purchase.
If you're going to be racist,
You'll
go
find
all
us
out.
downtown
Yeah.
Boise. Call 208-555-5555. That's right. Patio O'Malley's Patio Furniture Emporium and Pub. You'll find the luck here today. No leprechauns were hurt in the making of this commercial.
Oh,
It's so awesome. Thanks, Pat. Oh, so Pat's still recovering.
the potato famine joke in that.
It's so
It's
great.
it's just awesome.
It is.
It's so dark and just fantastic. I just love dark humor.
Yes.
Yep.
People don't know us, but Anthony and I we'll actually go off on dark humor tangents, and we'll just text each other dark humor jokes back and forth, and usually in the form of memes, because
Yeah, those are the best.
that is today's humor medium. It just is. But Pat's still recovering. It turns out that he's getting ready for physical therapy, and they basically told him, prepare to feel worse before you feel better. And work said, we don't want to see you anywhere outside of work until you're back to work. Work.
Yeah.
I'm sure they had that accent too. Work.
Which, yeah.
Yomp too.
You're reminding me of that. They took our jobs. Dur, dur, dur. That's one of the best episodes ever.
Sorry.
I could see Pat saying that too.
I totally could. Oh, that's awesome.
He's got the mustache for it.
Oh, yes, he does.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all prayers for him. And I hope he feels better. And for now, I'll be here. Hopefully.
That would be delightful.
Yeah, I should be able to.
That would be great. Yeah. So awesome. So we'll have a stand-in, temporary. It's a temp job.
Yeah, that's great.
You're worth a temp job.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's all wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So So Pat's getting better. Be like Anthony said. Pray for Pat. That sounds like a hashtag.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Pray for Pat. Classless Chat.
At Classless Chat. Yeah. And if you want, And if you want to make sure that there's no commercials, no actual commercials, nothing that's just Pat and Drew screwing off and making hilarious dark humor commercials for the front end of this, the bumpers at the beginning, you can pay for Pat at patreon.com. It's patreon.com/ClasslessChat. Even $1 a month helps a lot. So that's our promo spot.
Yeah, shameless plug.
The more you know. Is it a shameless plug if it's on the actual show, though?
No.
I mean, I feel like for me, a shameless plug would be like, hey, and Drew got this book he did. Why don't you go and buy it?
Just like last week.
Now, the funny thing there is, if people listen to the audio version only, they will not know about the shameless plug. Because I showed it to the camera.
That's true.
Which is only viewable on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Good point. I didn't think of that.
It's so sneaky.
Yeah.
So we're getting some subscribers on YouTube, which is cool.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm always amazed that we have any listeners to the show.
Get out of here. I've been promoting it too.
I know, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, this show, we're either going to have like 10,000 listeners in a couple of years, or we're going to end up doing this in a basement in our underwear just because we can. It's like, honey, we got to do the podcast. But nobody listens to the podcast. I don't care, woman. I'm doing the podcast. It's fun. I make somebody laugh. The only person that laughs is you and Pat and Anthony. That's Aunt Honey. No. And
you totally just switched from, like, I'm not quite sure what you started as. You were kind of redneck, and then you went to like a southern black man, and then you switched to something else. That was fantastic.
Well, it's 3 different people.
No, but
that's how I'm playing it off.
Okay, so
there's now 3 of us on the show.
Okay, so yeah. Pat was the southern black man then.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, wait.
Somebody was.
Somebody.
That was great. You have a real knack for switching accents. It's
unintentionally.
Awesome. Yes.
He does a mighty fine parrot until it turns southern drawl.
Yeah.
Then it's like the southern bale parrot.
That was fantastic. That's I think my favorite moment in the whole show ever.
Is the parrot?
Yeah, and then you were in physical pain, and I was just encouraging that. Just keep doing it. It's fantastic.
Was it 2? It was 2 episodes ago. You got to listen to episode 10, people. So this is episode 12. What is today? It's the May something. 17th. Yeah. 14th, 17th, 19th. It's somewhere around. It's the 17th today. It's Wednesday. This launches audio-wise on the 18th, which is Wednesday. Yep. So, you had anything fun going on this week? Anything fun happen?
Not really, just work stuff. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy at work.
Got some more red stuff on your pants?
Yeah, all kinds of paint and glue. And, and then I found a bunch of fire stop all over my plans on the job site.
Isn't that just water?
Yeah, kind of. No. It comes in a tube and it's red. It's nasty.
Oh, that's
it's like
okay.
It's like fire caulk.
Caulk. I like that you made sure you said the L.
Yeah, I had to because I knew where it would go.
Yes, you did.
It doesn't help that it comes in a tube, and
nope.
Yeah. Anyways, but that's
caulk.
Yeah, caulk. But yeah, so I've been just going like crazy, all kinds of bids, and we have a lot of work. So it's good problems.
That is good.
Not
problems.
Bad problems. Yeah.
No.
So I'd rather this than the alternative, which is begging for work.
Yeah.
So it's a good problem to have.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So a couple interviews with new people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You're finally finding some.
Yeah. So
potentially.
Potentially. So I had a 20-year veteran fire sprinkler fitter apply. So
nice.
He's a very solid candidate, and it's looking really good. So I'm supposed to meet with him and my boss.
Awesome.
Maybe next week.
So your wife?
No.
The actual boss. Okay.
The actual boss.
All right. Got it.
Yeah, because my boss has 30 years in the field and doing this. So, I've been doing it for 12. So I'm going to interview a guy who has almost twice as much experience as me. So I like to bring my boss around, along for that. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, Now I gotta ask. This is nobody's gonna know what we're talking about, so I gotta preface this slightly.
Yeah.
We were talking several weeks ago. Oh man, it's maybe a month and a half ago now.
Yeah.
You had hired a guy because he'd had some really good qualifications.
Yep.
You had driven him up here.
Yep.
And he was staying in like an extended stay America or something.
Yep.
And then he'd like stop showing up for work, and he was either always sick or something for like 4 days in a row.
Well, he never even made it to work.
Oh, he never showed up to work.
Yeah.
Did he ever show up to work?
Nope.
So you just paid for his travel.
I never even met him in person. So he drove all the way up from Colorado, and I actually luckily didn't pay for that fuel, luckily. But he drove from Colorado all the way to Boise, Idaho. And I put him up in an extended stay, a decent one, not, the best of the best and not like the worst of the worst, but somewhere in the middle.
Was it the extended stay America?
I think so, yeah. Extended stay America. It had like two bedroom with and then a family room and a kitchen.
Now I want to say this for all of our truck drivers and everything that listens to this, because we do actually have some listeners who listen to this while they drive. They download it and play it that way. Maybe you guys can let me know. Twitter @MusicDab or @ClasslessChat, either one. That's Music DAB for me. That's me personally, Drew. But I've stayed because of Shannon's cancer experience. The Cancer Center of America or whatever it is. No, that's not the hospital though. It's a national organization. They put up cancer patients who are going out of town and out of state for this. And at the time, their contract was with Extended Stay America, and their beds. I mean, I feel like if I had traveled back in time to be on the Flintstones,
they were bad.
I would have had a more comfortable and softer bed.
Oh no.
It was so horribly bad. Oh, and Shanna would be like, "Oh, this is miserable."
Yeah.
Chemo kicks in or something and she sleeps. She doesn't care. And I'm sitting there, I can't leave just in case she needs me.
Yeah.
I caught up on all the crap TV that I possibly could, and that was about it. And then tried to sleep, and it was so horrible. I hurt my back, I hurt my shoulders, blah, so bad. Anyway, So maybe you guys can confirm that for me. But anywho, so you paid for the guy to come up here, and you paid for some lodging.
Yeah, and then he sent me an email at like 3:00 in the morning, basically saying I'm really sick. I'm not going to be in for the first day, and I'm like. It's probably true because why would, usually if you're not going to show up to a job for your first day, you just don't show.
Right.
You're not going to send me an email at 3:00 in the morning. Why are you going to wake up at 3:00 in the morning? So it seemed plausible to me. So I'm like, okay, well, get better and maybe we'll see you Tuesday then. And so Tuesday morning rolls around and I got another email, not a phone call, not a text. Hey, I'm going to the hospital. I'm really, really sick. And so, so he went to the hospital and then he stayed in the hospital for a couple days. And then he sent me an email like, I have like a serious virus and I'm going home. And so he got in his car and drove back to Colorado.
Really?
That was it. Yeah. And then he sent me an email a couple weeks later just saying, hey, just checking in, letting you know that I'm still recovering. So he must have had something really bad.
Wow. But at least he had the nicety to put that out there and say, hey, this is what's going on. Yeah,
it was bad. And so I called the hotel and then I had booked it through a travel online, Expedia or whatever. And Expedia was cool and they yeah, exactly. Yeah. So then they refunded me the remainder of the stay. Nice. And they worked with me a little bit. So they were pretty cool. But yeah, it was kind of not a good situation, but we were hoping that guy was going to start because he had a bunch of qualifications and we had plans for him and we had multiple interviews and man, the works. We had discussed all kinds of stuff and then he just never worked out. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So, but this other guy seems like he has similar qualifications and, I think he could fill a lot of the roles.
Nice.
That I was hoping for.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
And I was asking you earlier about, if you were doing like an office assistant or something. Because somebody I know is moving down here.
Yeah, and at one point in time we had somebody helping us with those types of tasks. Mm-hmm. But now my boss's daughter-in-law is handling all the bookkeeping, and then I'm kind of doing a few things that this other person was doing. And it's adding some work to my plate. But
the other stuff.
Yeah. But, So, anyways, what's going on with your life?
Oh, it's all good. Well, real fast, we did have another guy who listens to the show and actually was our first He was our first subscriber on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Which was pretty cool.
Nice.
His mother-in-law had an aneurysm in her brain. They went in and surgically removed it. And then they did the follow-up scans, and 3 more appeared.
Whoa.
And they had some in the front and some in the back. And so they actually had to go and do 2 other surgeries, I think it was. One in the front and one in the back. Well, with that type of surgery, that extensive, sometimes it's normal to have some memory loss. Well, her memory wasn't coming back like it was supposed to. And they ended up finding out that she had some major infections that happened from the surgery, like kidney and bladder. And there might have been one other one. Didn't sound like staph or anything, but it did sound like they had some pretty serious infections. So she's now back in the hospital again. And so he's keep her in prayer as well, guys. If you would, think about them, pray about them, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't, the magic juju of thought process, I don't know, but prayer, I'm all for prayer.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. So, with me, Jay's getting ready to move. For those of you who didn't catch on to that, haven't listened to the show enough. Jay, my girlfriend, is getting ready to move down in the beginning of July. I'm finally excited. I mean, I've been excited, but it's finally happening. So it's like, yes, I can finally get there. Yeah. So that's exciting. I'm happy about that. It's good times, good for rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the kids have been kids.
Yeah. So
we had this massive, so for people who are not from this area, we've had this really nasty weather. This winter was, snowfall wise, was the worst winter this area has ever seen.
Ever. Yeah.
And I mean, it's atrocious. It is absolutely, was absolutely atrocious. The reservoirs are almost overflowing, and there's still snow on the mountains. And so, the rivers, because they're running everything from the reservoirs, they're running higher than they have in 50 years. In fact, the Boise River, because we're out of Nampa, which is basically the Boise area. It is scheduled to be the second highest it has ever been, period.
Yeah.
And we had a massive storm roll through yesterday. It started raining at like 9 a.m. and it didn't stop until like 10 p.m. And we had hail and thunderstorm in the evening time, but it rained nonstop. It just poured the entire time. And the kids were like, oh, this is cool, until the thunderstorm hit. Mm-hmm. And Gabby, Southern girl style, oh, bless her heart. Gabby, I love the rain. I love the sun. I love thunderstorms. They're so fun. Until it strikes, and then thunder. And I mean, just freaks out, shuts the door. Daddy, there's thunder. I'm like, I thought you liked it. Oh, it's scary. I'm like, it's not scary. What's gonna happen? I'm like, watch. Where's the flash? I don't know. I didn't even see a flash. Yeah. Okay, chances are it's quite a ways off. It's not gonna land right here on the house, so you're fine. Don't worry about it. And I've got this really cool tin roof. You were back there.
Yeah.
Our back patio is covered by a nice tin roof. You can hear it. It sounds fantastic. And they shut the door, so I couldn't even hear the rain. Like, I bought the house almost for that one reason.
Because the tin roof?
Right. It's not like I could just install it on any house, but
yeah.
It was already there. I didn't have to work for it. It was done.
Cool story about the weather, though. I actually
you did your Traeger during.
Yeah, I did. So I made a tri-tip in the hail yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I made a video of, with my phone of the hail happening and all the thunder and lightning.
Right.
And then I posted it on Instagram, and then Weather Channel asked me if they could use the video.
Seriously?
Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Sure, take it.
For a nominal fee.
No, and I said, hey, am I going to get credit for it? And they didn't respond to that. They were just like, oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Take the video. Yeah. So I didn't care, but
one of our watchers, cool. one of our watchers of our channel did this, or sent us this video.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't watch your channel. I'm not 90. Yes. For crying out loud.
But it is pretty cool. And then Traeger got some, product placement
Right.
Because it's, there's my Traeger.
I saw that. It's got the logo right on it, too. It's fully visible.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, this guy's smoking some meat out in the storm.
Exactly.
Like a moron.
Yeah, I was very lucky. I started it before the hail happened.
Okay.
And then the hail started coming down.
It looked like it was covered, though.
It was covered, but
Okay.
it was hitting and it was bouncing in onto the patio. There was tons of hail in my yard. My daughters were pretty excited about it, but they have like no fear at all.
No,
they're still
they
at that
don't.
age where they'll just like run out everywhere. So I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna run into the yard and get hit by giant hail rocks, and it was So that was kind of cool.
Bad and good at the same time.
Yeah.
It's worth a laugh.
Yeah.
Because they're not my kids.
Well, and that's the problem with Cadence is that she would probably be afraid of bad weather forever if that happened. She's just
Probably.
Yeah, she's not. So I just said, no, stay in the house. So, yeah, it was cool.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Sorry. You get your umbrella.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that was kind of cool. So to have weather, and I think it's just because I hashtagged storm and hail. So I think it just popped up on their feed.
Yeah.
And they saw that and they're like asking me, hey, can we use this? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, just, send people to @delectablemeats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I've actually had quite a few people.
We need to see if that domain is available and take it.
It is available.
Delectablemeats.com.
Yeah. How much is it to get a domain? I don't
Like
even
$10.
$10.
Yeah, for a year.
I should get it.
You should totally do it. Do it right now while we let's set up for the news stories. Here we go.
All right.
Here comes the stupid. News starts now.
All right. So we've got some fun stuff going on here.
Yeah. I really like this one. I think this is kind of crazy. So Cyclops goat born.
Did you say Cyclops?
I did.
It's like the Una Pooper. The Una Pooper goat.
Oh, man.
Jay is like afraid of goats.
Really?
And I'm like, even the cute fainting goats? They're fun. You like startle them and they and fall over. It's fantastic. She's like, they're cute from a distance or on a screen. But as soon as I get next to them,
Did you see the baby goat yoga video that went around?
Gosh, dude, why would you do that? I mean, okay, it might be too much information for most people, and I don't really care. You're listening to my podcast. I think what you want. You're here for a reason, apparently. It bothers me so much, like things around my rear area. Like I can't even be the little spoon while spooning because like I freak out. And it's like, when Shannon was alive, I'd be like, I can't do it. She's like, I don't even have equipment. I don't care. Not happening.
You don't have equipment.
No. Nope. Nuh-uh.
That's a good way to
Done. Turn around. We'll flop sides. I don't care. We're not doing this.
I got to be honest. I'm not comfortable with it either.
Okay.
So just don't ask me to be the little spoon later. Okay?
All right. So, Una Pooper goat.
Yeah.
Cyclops.
So Cyclops goat born with one eye. I mean, that's redundant, but is worshipped by villagers in India. Oh my gosh.
It is totally redundant.
So yeah, I don't think you need that headline. But yeah, so baby goat born with one eye is the freakiest looking thing ever.
It's serious. I kid you not. It's like I saw this and I'm like, somebody just watched a cartoon or a claymation thing with a Cyclops and built a dummy. I thought it was fake.
Yeah, it looks kind of fake. And the weirdest thing is that it was born with almost no nose. It's got like a nostril thing,
which is normal apparently for this.
Yeah, I guess that's just totally normal. But it looks like they took a gorilla mask and put like a lens in the middle.
It does kind of.
It does not look real at all.
No.
But then they have a video of it and it's totally real.
Mm-hmm.
So this actually happened. So some villagers believe the goat that was born in Assam in India is sacred and have begun to worship it.
Naturally, because anything that's born with less than 2 eyes equals worship.
Is that a fact?
The more you know. Get the star.
Well, I mean, they do have India does have a lot of interesting religious beliefs, and they do already worship cows and things like that.
This is true. I can't argue with that.
Yeah. So it doesn't surprise me that this happened.
Will they stop eating goats now?
I don't know if they do. Most native Indians are actually vegetarian, I believe.
Oh,
I don't think they eat much meat at all.
I should ask Cosmo. So Cosmo, who's the Sifu, he's the headmaster of the dojo. He's from Naga,
Okay.
which is he's right there.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know it was a big thing for them to get meat because it was so expensive.
Yeah,
They eat meat, at least that region, they eat meat, but it's just so expensive that they can't afford it, so they don't eat meat.
Yeah, well, and that's the problem too. Is the people are. I mean, that's one of the most populated places in the world, and so it's probably hard enough to have enough of any kind of food in general.
So, would you tell people to look up the Cyclops goat?
Yeah, look it up. It's interesting. What's the website that it's on? Oh, metro.co.uk.
Yep.
I'm gonna the condition,
we can find it.
Which is called, it's a defect called cyclopia, and occurs when the two hemispheres of the brain do not separate fully, and this leads to the formation of a single central cavity with one eye.
Here's some pictures. If you're on YouTube, you can see some of this.
Yeah. So some of it, the interesting thing about this is that this happens. It's not.
There's other ones.
I mean, it's not like it's common, but it happens, and most of the time they die very early, within like a couple weeks. They're not gonna.
But because this is 6 weeks old,
yeah,
they're saying is something, and the animal's still kicking and doing good. They're saying, hey, there's something special about this goat.
Yeah, and it's yeah.
That's the goat, though. If you're on the YouTube, you can see a picture of the goat right now.
This monkey-looking thing.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's weird. The video was even more weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So I have a friend who, his wife is from Nepal.
Really?
Yeah, which is right above. It's just north of India.
Is it bad that a VeggieTales song just came into my head?
No. Which one? Sing it.
It's the pirates who don't do anything.
Yeah. Does it reference Nepal?
Yeah. Well, it's like instead of saying Nepal, he's like we go to Boston in the fall.
Oh, okay.
And it like rhymes with Nepal.
Okay, got it.
So yeah.
Well, so he told me, because he went to India a few times to visit her family.
Okay.
And so he told me, yeah, I mean, what we have as Indian food here, some of the flavors and things like that are fairly close.
Right.
But there's almost no meat. They're
Right.
not eating meat. They're eating mostly vegetables.
Yeah, because they can't. They don't have the money for it.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Check out Cyclops goat.
Cool. Moving on.
Or what did you say? What did you try to call it?
Cyclops.
Cyclops. Hashtag
Cyclops.
Hashtag Cyclops goat.
I think I'm gonna make that like my.
It should be a t-shirt.
I'll make it my gaming name now. Cyclops.
That's awesome. Cyclops the Unipooper.
Yeah. I need to make a character on like WoW or something. And
I haven't
Cyclops.
played. That blows my mind. WoW has been out for
15 years or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a long time.
Crap. Let's see here. Was it 2003 or 2004? It might have been 2004. So 13, 13 maybe 14 years.
Yeah. My wife is hardcore.
What?
She still wants to play. I mean, we have 3 kids, so we don't get to play games much.
Right.
But she still wants to play. She's like, I want to set my computer and play WoW. I'm like, okay, do it.
Dude, seriously, earlier in the week, I'm like, I've got a little tiny bit of free time.
You can play up to, I think, level 20 for free now.
Yeah, but I don't have a PC.
Can't you get it on Mac?
I don't know. I'm afraid that if I start, I won't stop.
Oh, dude, it's so addictive.
I know.
It's a fun game.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
This next article, Jay will agree that this is right up my alley with I don't know why, but I'm stuck watching on YouTube, or not YouTube, but Netflix right now. Russian outlet claims NASA took an amazing, totally true image of 3 UFOs in front of the sun, no less. Well, it turns out that unfortunately, no. The image isn't even an image from NASA. It's from a stock image site. And they Photoshop, because there's it's a picture of the sun, and I mean it looks cool. I think it's computer animated though, but they did a really good job with it. But it looks like they took a picture of the sun, and there's a black dot just right over it. Now, NASA's saying that this might actually be a legitimate picture of the sun, so it could be real. But they're saying that the black dot is more than likely a planet, possibly Neptune, going across the sun. And this Russian site, known as, I'm going to butcher it, Pravda.ru, Pravda.ru, which ironically means truth in Russian, took the picture, which is, by the way, a stock image, and copied the black dot and added 2 more black dots, saying that, look, it's proof UFOs are out there. And it's, no. I mean, I'm not saying there's not UFO. I'm not debating this, but I have been addicted. I've been watching like UFO, what's this, mystery case files revealed, blah blah blah, or whatever it is, and it's all UFO stuff. And I'm on to the 2nd season. Why? I have no idea. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I'm watching this. But seriously, I'm on like season 2 already, and it's driving me nuts, and I'm getting more and more frustrated, but I refuse to change programs like an idiot. Because it's like, oh, there's so much proof and so much evidence of this actually happening.
Is this the one with that guy with the memes?
No. Oh no. That's a History Channel.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. No, and this
history.
Quote unquote history. But no, I mean, and they're like, there's so much evidence that's come out from this blue book that documents all this stuff. We're gonna unveil all the files associated with this. I feel like I got to do the Naboo thing. And they keep hashing the same stupid stories in basically every episode. I mean, I kid you not. If they talk about the Battle of Los Angeles one more time, I might just throw something at my TV that I don't want to do because I can't afford to replace the TV. So, yeah.
So can we just say this qualifies as fake news?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can I just say how ironic this is? So
yes. Isn't it ironic?
Exactly. Think? Well, this is real ironic though, not the fake ironic that was that song.
Ironic by Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
That's the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I've just can I just say, I mean, I've noticed that
yes, you can.
Pretty much anything that labels itself as truth is usually something you want to run from immediately. Like any place that's, oh, we are the truth, or this is the truth. That's usually an indication, okay, cultic thinking is here, or this is totally not true, so just run the other direction.
So often, yes, like the truth is out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I want to believe.
So yeah, so this website's literally called Truth. It's probably all untrue. Just run.
The Russian truth.
The Russian truth. Yeah. Well, I think they have their own version.
They have their own roulette. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here for the movie. Can we have 2 small drinks and a medium popcorn, please?
Sure, that'll be $87.95.
I kid you not. Okay, so we did that to be stupid and be like, oh, look how ridiculous the prices are. Okay. Okay, so Jay came into town 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We went and I had 2 free movie passes.
Yep.
And so we went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Awesome. Loved it. We get there. It's a Regal theater. I give them my free movie passes and my Regal card, so I get the points. Oh, sir, you got a free small popcorn. Would you like to use that today? Or would you like to just continue to get your points and get bigger, better stuff? And I'm like, nah, I'll take the popcorn.
Good call.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Because you can upgrade it for like $1 or $2 to the large and it's done. And I'm like, yep, we're doing it. And so we got that, got a large drink, my raspberry tea we shared, and a large popcorn. We went to a movie 2017, we went to a movie not at the cheap theaters. The first run, it's on opening weekend. We got into the movie for $9.
Wow.
Done for 2 of us. It was like, fantastic score. We're good. This last weekend, it was Mother's Day weekend. We were supposed to go out mushroom hunting, which for those of you who don't know, pellet guns are fine, or 22s at the max. Those things just you'll destroy them if you use anything bigger. No, so mushroom hunting. There's morel mushrooms that grow not too far from here, so we like to go up and search for or hunt, in other words, morel mushrooms, and they're great. But it was literally snowing, snowing, and hailing and raining. And we're like, no, we're not doing this. So instead of going mushroom hunting, we went over to Baker City, Oregon.
Yep.
There's an Oregon Trail interactive museum. And so we went and took the kids, grandma, so my mom, my stepdad, Steve.
Did anybody die of dysentery on the way?
No, we didn't even run into a guy named Terry to diss him. So, we get there, my mom, Steve, the two kids, myself, told Jay that's where we're going. It's just past halfway for her. So she drove down. Jay joins us. It's like, this will be fun. And we go through this interactive museum and watch the boredom level of the kids just skyrocket. Josh gets on sensory overload of the boredomness and just it's like, great. We get through that. It's great. My mom, I loved it. It's fun. There's fascinating stuff and it was great. We get done. Of course, the kids have to go to the what are those called where you buy the stuff? The gift shop.
Yep.
And so we check out the gift shop. We get the kids a couple little tiny things, whatever. Jay's friend or something had sent her a Flat Stanley. You know Flat Stanley? Mm-mm. So Flat Stanley is like a little cutout the kids do, and they color and they laminate it and they send it to different people.
Okay.
So the people take pictures with their adventures with Flat Stanley and send it back, so that they get to see how far this character can travel.
Okay, that's kind of
And so we did like Oregon Trail Flat Stanley stuff, which was kind of fun.
That's awesome.
We finished there. My parents were like, well, we're going to go. This has been a fantastic weekend and a fantastic day. Thank you for the Mother's Day. Cheers. Tally-ho. And they're English, apparently.
Yeah.
They drive off into the sunset. Leave Jay and myself and the kids, which is great. Date time. Except for the kids stayed, which means not so date time. It's fine. It's Baker City. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
There's a movie theater. It's very sketchy. Regal prices, but very like they had a support beam to hold the cross beam of the ceiling up on one side.
Oh, no.
And they had, kid you not, I mean, it was basically like moving blankets that they had buttoned in onto the walls as the sound absorption.
I'm envisioning this now.
This is so sketchy. So sketchy. And I'm like, God, please, we're under this thing. Not this movie. Not this movie. God, please. And we watch. So we get in and it's, we watched because we got the kids now and we verified the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and it's kids-worthy.
Yeah, there you go. So you saw it again.
Graciousness of being a parent. Yeah, so we watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which I'm going to say was not as good the second time. But I think for me it was not as good the second, because Jay said it was just as good, if not better. It wasn't as good for me because, one, I was scared we were going to die. Two, the sound in there just sucked. Oh, it was so horrible. And being an audio guy, it killed it for me. I'm seriously, most movie theaters are like, you can turn it down a little tiny bit and that'd be fine.
Yeah.
I want to have hearing when I leave here. This isn't a rock concert.
Yeah.
This isn't Disturbed that I'm here
true.
watching.
Yeah, exactly.
And, but no, and I'm like, you could turn this up like 10 dB. You could double the volume in here and this would be fine.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it was quiet. And I'm like, and I think that ruined it a little bit. So I don't know. I was picky. But
you also paid way more.
Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, there's not it's not just two of us, it's four of us.
Yeah.
And like kids, you're saving $2 per person. That's $4.
Yeah, big deal.
So we have 4 tickets and 2 bottles of water and a snack. Like the kids got and shared a thing of, it wasn't Skittles. They got a candy thing to share. And yeah, it was like $48.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I'm like, for bottled water, candy, and 4 tickets?
Yeah.
That's
That's like half a Costco trip.
Right. Well, then, I mean, we had to have dinner too. So you have dinner and that. And I'm like, oh man, there was like $70 like gone.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you, Baker City. Take my Idaho money, please. Take it.
Well, that's why Alicia and I, we look at what's coming out coming out soon. And we're like, I can wait 6 months, 8 months.
Seriously, dude, I will almost always. Yeah, that's a cheap That's a cheap theater movie.
Yeah.
Or at most, on Tuesdays it's only $5.
Yeah, exactly.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So I took like 10 minutes there to discuss that.
That's all good.
What do you do?
Whatever.
What do you do? Nobody's watching anyway. It's on good. I feel like, it's what is that? Major League? It's like, you can't say that on the air. Nobody's paying attention anyway. Okay. Give me my whiskey. This week, which we should watch Major League one of these days. I don't know if it's streaming right now. That is the rule. It has to be streamable. This week we did Turner and Hooch.
Yeah.
Hooch, Hooch, Hooch. Who lets the Hooch out? That one guy. The dog catcher actually is who let Hooch out. Spoiler. So yeah, Turner and Hooch came out in 1989. It is Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
In his underwear.
It is.
Multiple times.
A lot. Yeah. He's in his underwear way more times than is necessary.
Way more than is necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to let you talk about this a little bit.
Okay.
You were fun with the last one. Let's see how fun you can be here. This wasn't the herpes movie. So
no,
let's just see
this was a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a wholesome movie with
a lot of Tom Hanks in his underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was weird. So I was like, wow, 1989. This is interesting. So no, I thought it was good. I remember parts of it. I saw parts of it when I was, a youth.
Ute?
Yeah, when I was young. So I didn't remember the whole plot of the movie. I mean, it's a cheesy 80s movie.
It is.
So I mean,
but who doesn't love cheesy 80s movies?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like cheesy 80s movies, you probably don't like movies.
This is so true.
Yeah, you have to like them.
Or you're gonna think Twilight is a movie, and
Alicia's gonna punch you. She loves those movies.
Have to see me first,
yeah.
or listen to the podcast first.
Yep.
Ta-da!
No, so I thought it was really good. I mean, it's totally predictable.
Yes.
The entire film, you know what's gonna happen, pretty much. But I mean, you don't realize the end. I mean, I don't know how many. I mean, it's 1989, so if you haven't seen it yet, then sorry.
Yeah, there might be spoilers.
Yeah. So Hooch, Hooch dying at the end was sad.
Oh, that was sad.
Yeah, that was like the very sad part. But the awkward OCD
neat freak.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. That's classic. I mean, he's like, the scene at the beginning where he's like cleaning. He spills like a little bit of mustard, and he's like, he pulls his entire fridge apart and just cleans the whole thing. And then Hooch goes in there and just wrecks his entire house.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Best scene ever.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as 80s movies go, is good.
Yeah,
I'd give it like a 4.
I don't know if it's big good.
No, it's not. Yeah, Big is a lot better.
Big was good.
Big was really good. It's been a long time since I've seen that.
I know. I was just thinking about that, and I don't even know. I had an image of the fortune teller machine.
Yeah,
somebody shared that not too long ago. I'm trying to think who it was. I don't remember. One of my buddies online shared an image of one of those fortune teller machines, and now I'm stuck on Big.
Yeah, I can't.
Crap.
That's a good movie though. He lives in Sun Valley, doesn't he?
I
think he does.
There's a lot of actors that live in Sun Valley, or McCall.
Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah,
I think he does though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's very possible.
And then
if he does, he should come down to the show. It's not that far away.
Yeah, come down. We can talk
open invite. Just come on, knock on the door. Come and knock on my door.
Now I can't remember what I was going to say about it. Oh, dang it! Now I can't remember what I was going to say. I'll remember.
About Tom Hanks or the movie?
About the movie.
I liked it. It's a good movie. You've got your cop comedy drama. You got a gigantic dog who slobbers like nobody's business.
Yeah, and bites people.
On the throat.
Yep.
Like puts them in the choke lock. And the qualification for if he likes you or not is whether or not you bleed when he does it.
That's true.
That was in the movie. That part. No, in the movie. Yep. That's the qualification. If he likes you, you don't bleed. So you're good. You got Tom Hanks for you ladies. Tom Hanks in his underwear. For you guys, Tom Hanks in a tie or not in a tie, which was the off day. Dog that eats the car. The OCD Tom Hanks meets the veterinarian who decides to not finish painting the room.
Yeah,
in the middle of the night.
Funny.
Yeah. You can't handle this, can you? I can't handle this. It's not going to take that. It's not going to take too long. There's an extra roller over there. Why don't you just grab a roller and help me paint your house?
Exactly. I was trying to think about where I remember her from, because she's been in other movies. I couldn't place her face in what movie it was.
Did you look her up?
No, I didn't.
Well, do it.
Okay.
Yeah, look her up real fast. Let's see here. It's great. It's a cop drama with your little romance tossed into it. It's fun. It's a fun movie for the whole family. If there's any language, there's really not much language in it.
I don't think there was much.
No. I mean, it's a fun movie. People do die in it, so and a dog gets shot.
Yeah.
But there's money laundering, there's money freezing, there's betrayal, there's love, there's violence, there's car chases, there's a dog eating a car.
There's a dog eating an entire house.
There's a dog eating a house. There's a neat freak trying to clean up after, which I love that. After Hooch destroys the kitchen, he walks her and he sees the giant mess. He grabs his spray bottle, grabs his rag or whatever, paper towels, and he sprays one spot and wipes and then just keeps walking with it and just sets it down and continues to walk over to the broken speakers that are on the floor. I'm like, awesome. Man after my own heart, other than like needing to clean everything.
Yeah.
He can come clean my house. That's fine, but yeah.
I love that he grabs the gun and then he doesn't follow through.
Yeah, Jim's on here now. Jim's, don't forget about the slobber. No, we didn't forget about the slobber, Jim.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
The slobber was there, mentioned everywhere. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm looking through
IMDb. Nothing.
No. So Mayor Winningham.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Three times fast.
Yeah, no thanks. So yeah, I don't recognize any of these films. So I guess I don't watch enough 80s movies.
Well, what do you got? List some.
Okay, so God Bless the Child, Wyatt Earp, which is an okay film.
Yeah,
that's 94 though.
Sure.
Hatfields and McCoys.
Oh, that's recent. Yeah. Okay.
Mirror Mirror
on the Wall.
Yeah, which I haven't seen either of those.
Oh, like the newer Mirror Mirror?
Yeah, newer.
Okay. So she's in some current stuff.
Yeah, she has been. Swing Vote, 2008. The War, 94. Let's see. Miracle Mile. I've never heard of that film.
It sounds like a Hallmark film.
Yeah, something like that. The Young Pioneers.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch on here, but I don't.
Did you happen to look and see what the next week's movie is? Since Pat's gonna be out for a while, if you can come.
Yeah.
You got more movies to watch, my friend.
I saw that, and I haven't seen that film either.
You haven't seen this one? Oh my gosh, this is more current. This is closer.
Yeah.
Next week we're gonna go over Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, who's in that?
Oh, really?
I don't even know.
Simon Pegg, and what's the guy's name that he's always he's got like the total bromance with? Oh, what's that guy's name? You're looking it up, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Simon Pegg, Nick Frost.
Nick Frost. There you go.
Then, Martin Freeman's in it.
Yeah,
I like Martin Freeman.
It's really funny. I've seen this before. It's been like a year or two since I've seen it, but it's if you like Simon Pegg's style of British humor.
Yeah.
Why you and me, this is gonna work.
Yeah, it's gonna work.
Dude, it's fantastic.
I love British humor.
This is pretty great. So
and it's got Timothy Dalton's in it.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr.
Wow.
Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So next week we're going to do Hot Fuzz, which is streamable on Netflix right now. So go ahead and watch Netflix and watch the movie with us and talk about it. So Jim, since I know you're watching because you're commenting, make sure that you go ahead and watch that so you can join in the conversation with us. All right. We got two more stories here. I think you wanted to do the last one, don't you?
I kind of do.
I'll let you do the last one. I'll do this one. This is cool.
All right.
Because I appreciate you enough that even though you didn't bring the meat today,
I thought about it, but Alicia and I just like, I mean,
we ate that
tri-tip. So yeah, I think we had like 4 pieces each last night. It was way too much meat. And then today, for lunch.
Yeah, my mom made pulled pork on Sunday,
so
and yeah, she's like, I got the whole butt roast, and it's fantastic, and it's going to be enough to feed us for like a week. And like 2 days later, poof, gone.
Yeah,
and she's like, we had it, and like it's down to like a quarter of it, if even. And people were over helping, so it wasn't just us, right?
Yeah.
And but she's like, here, you can just take the leftovers. I'm like, thanks. So the next night, she's like, it's dinner for your whole family, and I'm like, oh, fantastic. Gave the kids chicken nuggets because the kids didn't want it again. They're like, we don't want it again. I'm like, fine, chicken nuggets and tater tots. And I took my tater tots and I did pulled pork and sharp cheddar cheese with a barbecue sauce drizzle.
That sounds fantastic.
Oh, dude, it was so good.
The only thing that's missing is nacho cheese.
I melted the sharp cheddar cheese.
That works.
I mean, it wasn't Velveeta, sorry, but you know,
that sounds amazing.
It was so good. I was like, this is either going to be great or disgusting, and it was great.
Well,
so
great. Who cares? Either way, I would have ate it.
It's pulled pork. Who cares?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
All right, so Art Lover perks up miserable artwork with the smiling photo app. I saw this. It's so funny. I saw this on Facebook, and I'm like, that's so ridiculous. It's great. It's like Big Trouble in Little China. It sucks so bad that I like it. And I'm going down it. I was like, yeah, well, whatever. And then today I'm like, hey, I've got to find some more articles to put here onto the show. And not saying anything, Anthony. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
sorry.
I've got to find stuff. And then I'm going through like this weird news story stuff, and all of a sudden, like, it's there. I forgot that I saw this earlier today. And I'm like, we'll just do it. So, in English, chap, Ollie Gibbs. Let me hold this up a little closer because my eyes I'm getting old. Ollie Gibbs, 27, recently used a facial recognition feature on his mobile phone, to digitally alter the historical masterpieces of the world famous, not gonna try it, theater in Amsterdam. You can tell I'm not that big into art that I don't know how to say that theater's name or that
well, it's on the other side of the world, so
yeah, there you go. So basically, he went around and he was taking pictures with this app, and it had it on something, but I'm not seeing the name of the app here. And he was taking pictures, and some of them look cheesy, but some of them actually turned out really good.
they did.
And he just went around it because, back in the day, people were concerned about their appearance. They didn't want to smile because their teeth weren't good.
Yeah.
And so they never smiled. And so you never got pictures of people with an open grin. And so they're always, And he went around snapping shots and adding a toothy grin to some of these. And some of them are atrocious and so cheesy bad. You would expect to see it like that. This is a character on one of the movies. It's on Mystery Science Theater 3000. But other ones of them, you're like, dude, that's great. Some guy just painted it. It's fantastic. So, you can check this out. This is on Huffington Post. But yeah, Art Lover perks up miserable artwork with smiling photo app.
I love I would love to see how this actually works because it just looks so. It does a really good job.
It does. Like, it actually changes the cheekbones. It changes the whole thing. Instead of just superimposing the on top of it, it actually does the curl on it, but naturally. It actually works. It's so crazy.
It looks almost fake. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It looks like this was planned or photoshopped. It's that good.
It does.
It's just, that's crazy.
All right, over to you, Aunt Honey.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This is something I could see, like, if we had gone to college together, I could see me telling you, no, it's not. And you're like, yes, it is. And I'm like, no, it's not. And you're like, yes, it is. And then me laughing at you later because of it and you doing this. So this is great.
Yeah, so guy leaves apology beers and note to say sorry for trying to break into home. Okay. This is so good. So picture the scene.
Yes, it is.
After a particularly heavy night of boozing, you drunkenly tried to break into a house that definitely isn't yours. The awkward situation is exactly what happened to a Canadian man known only as Cliff, who was clearly pretty ashamed of his actions. But yeah, I think I would be too. Not that I get sauced that often or ever. Not anymore.
Unless it's barbecue sauce.
That's right. Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I'll have a drink once in a while.
Baby back ribs.
I'll have like one once in a while, but I definitely don't get out.
Now
of the game.
you are, is it bourbon?
Oh, I drink scotch.
Scotch. That's right.
Yeah.
Scotch.
I do enjoy a bourbon though.
You like a good scotch though.
Yeah, I'm pretty picky.
On the rocks or without the rocks?
I take it neat. Neat is just straight in the glass and a little bit of water to open it up.
So it's been washed.
Well, yeah, it's a clean glass, but then what they do is they pour the scotch straight into the glass and then they put like a few drops of water.
Interesting.
And it opens up the scotch.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, so I've got an 18-year Macallan in my cabinet and a 16-year Lagavulin and a 15-year Fine Oak Macallan.
I'm going to pretend I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They're all good.
I can understand the ages.
Yeah. So
Yay.
18 year is a really good scotch. But like I'll buy one of those bottles and it'll last me like a year and a half.
Wouldn't it just make more sense to buy some like 2-year scotch or 4-year scotch and just save it for several years?
No. No, the aging on scotch happens
in the barrel.
In the barrel.
Okay.
And scotch. So
it has to be in the barrel.
It has to be in the barrel.
Okay.
And so when we talk about scotch is just whiskey.
Right.
But it's made in Scotland only. So if it's not made in Scotland, it is not scotch.
Okay.
Okay. And it has to be aged in used barrels. So they do not use.
Does it matter what they were used for?
I can see where this is going. So
it's the Cyclops.
Exactly. So some of them will use different types of oaks that have been used for bourbon prior. But probably my favorite scotch is the 18-year Macallan, and that's from the sherry series. So there's a bunch of sherry casks that are used in Spain, and then they ship them to Scotland, and then the Macallan distillery, they use those sherry casks to age their 18-year. Yeah. It's really good. So, but I'll have like a glass once in a while on special occasions. So I mean, it's a pretty expensive scotch. So I'm usually not going to have more than 2 bottles at once because they're usually not cheap. Right. But they last a really long time because I'm not a heavy drinker. I have like a drink once in a while. Right. And I just like a nice good scotch.
Excuse me. Yeah.
And I also will have a decent craft brew once in a while too.
Yeah, sure.
I can appreciate those.
Yeah.
And this guy seems to have left a nice craft brew.
I like what he calls it on the note though.
Yeah, that is funny. So yeah, anyway, so he says he managed to shake off the guilt by delivering apology beers, in quotes, and a handwritten note. So, where's the note?
Down at the oh yeah, totally read the note.
Okay,
you got to do it in Canadian though.
Oh, I can't do Canadian. I can't.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jose.
So, yeah. Hey, fellas, I'm the guy who was relentlessly and very drunkenly trying to get into your house last night. It turns out that the Danderson's place was upstairs. I hope it doesn't reflect poorly on him and that he has such an friend such as myself. Anyway, I sincerely apologize for waking you up and being so disorderly in the middle of the night. Please accept this 6-pack of average tasting beer as a token of my appreciation. Take care, Cliff.
The PS is the best part, though.
Yeah, PS. I walked like 8 kilometers to some random girl's house after all that. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
And I love the literary reference there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tale of Two Cities.
Exactly.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yeah.
No, and he did. It was Alexander Keith's Indian Pale Ale is what he dropped off.
Yeah.
I've
never heard of it.
Maybe it's a Canadian beer. I am familiar with India Pale Ale.
Well, it says the pride of Nova Scotia.
That would explain that.
Yeah, that would explain it.
We're not in Nova Scotia.
Usually IPAs are solid brew.
They're fairly hoppy though.
Yeah, it depends on how they're.
I'm not like super hoppy. Well, of course, I can't do beer anymore anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you, celiac. But when I did like beer, I wasn't super hot. I was a dark beer guy.
So you liked like the Guinness stouts and things like that.
I wanted, if I was gonna have a Guinness, it had to be poured traditionally.
Yeah.
And nobody does it here.
Nobody does it in Idaho.
Nobody. I
Nope.
mean, I even went to an Irish pub and in Boise, which I mean, people would laugh. Oh, an Irish pub in Boise, aye. And
Hot penny.
yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, I want a Guinness, but only if you can pour it traditional. He's like, oh yeah, no problem. And he brings it over to me in like 2 seconds, and I'm like, "This, you just poured this?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "That's not what I asked for."
Yeah, and he didn't know.
No, he had no clue. And I'm like, okay, because it's totally different. If you drink a Guinness or a Murphy's poured properly, they're fantastic.
They are.
If they're not poured properly, I mean, they're not a poor beer, but they're not as good.
No, they aren't. They're really that is a solid brew.
It is.
I'm on a really weird kick lately. I've been drinking sour beers. So have you heard of sour beers?
No.
Okay, so it's like it's kind of a newer thing. It's been happening in like Portland for a while. Sour beer. So it's actually tart.
Sounds like an Oregon thing.
And yeah, and it's and there's actually breweries
Portland, really.
all over the world that are doing it now. Like my favorite sour beer is called Stupid Silly Sour, and it's brewed in Silly.
Silly?
It's brewed in Silly, which is in Belgium.
Okay.
And it's fantastic.
Oh, nice.
It's a very good sour beer. Yeah, I don't know what it is about them. I just like them. And there's actually a brewery in Washington that I really like called Elysian. They're probably one of my favorite breweries. They make this beer called it's called Super Fuzz. It's blood.
Super Fuzz.
Yeah, and it's actually got a guy with a big afro on it.
Totally reminds me of Superfly.
Yeah, it's really awesome, and it's a blood orange pale, and it's so easy to drink. It's not good. Like when I buy them, I try to buy one bottle because I could easily drink 4 of them because they're just too easy to drink. But they have a beer, and if I remember correctly, it's a habanero.
It's spicy.
Yeah, it's a spicy sour.
Weird.
So it actually has a little bit of a bite, but it's not too much.
That's weird.
And it's actually really good. I mean, my palate for beer is really weird because I started off kind of like the same way you just described, drinking dark beers.
Yeah.
And then I went into like full bore IPAs, like drinking Imperial IPAs.
Oh, wow.
Super, super hoppy beers.
Like sockeye. So you like sockeye?
I like sockeye.
Okay.
Dagger Falls IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite IPAs,
Okay.
Lagunitas IPA, which now according to certain people, they're big time sellouts because they've sold their company now to Heineken. So Heineken actually owns Lagunitas.
Get your hand off my Heine.
Yeah, but I actually really like their Lagunitas IPA. That's probably like the flagship IPA for the United States, in my opinion.
Nice.
So yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not like a heavy drinker or anything. I had beer in my fridge for like 6 months because I rarely drink anymore.
Nice.
But, yeah.
Well, hey, it's time for this next thingy.
Yeah.
Music review. Music review. It's fantastic. Music review. So this week we have actually a local guy. I know this guy.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Timothy P. Swanson. He's out of the Nampa area, which is this town that we're actually in right now. It's a suburb of Boise. He is heads off the Nampa's Songwriters Association, the Songwriters Guild.
Wow.
And so they do events. In fact, they do it Wednesday nights. It's kind of hard for us to show up.
Yeah.
I always enjoyed going to it, but Wednesday was the time that this worked. So yeah, he's actually not doing that tonight. He's in, I want to say Montana or Wyoming or something, somewhere. He's doing some extra gigs outside, so he's out touring around right now, off on his new album and doing other shows. So off of his new album, which is Walk With Me, this is Timothy P. Swanson and his song Invincible. Woo, let's turn that down. I had that turned down for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Wow.
Knocked off track, the last of me. Wondering I'll make it back on time. But one thing that I know is that I'll never stop, 'cause I'm invincible. Making my own way now, I'm invincible. Growing stronger every day, 'cause I'm invincible. I'm gonna stand my ground, unbending like an old oak tree. Soon you'll see that I'm invincible. Whoa, I'm invincible. Let's go. It's too late to stop this train. I'm rolling through like a hurricane. Yeah. The bell has rung, I'll take my shot. Give it everything I got, 'cause I'm invincible. And I want the world to hear me, I'm invincible. Now I see the road so clearly, I'm invincible. I'm gonna stand my ground like mighty Kilimanjaro. Soon you'll know that I'm invincible. I can feel the river flowing, I'm invincible. And now I know just where I'm going, I'm invincible. Don't try to hold me down. Go on and give me your best shot right now. You know I'll still be standing, I'm invincible.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Timothy P. Swanson out of Nampa. And that's, it's good stuff. What did you think?
I thought it was good.
Yeah. I've actually heard him do this live. I made it out to his record release party a few weeks ago, and it was pretty good. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Met up with some of my buddies out there. Didn't even plan it. We just showed up and it was good. Mark Rowe, who's the 12-string bass comedian that I've recorded, that I played you some of those songs. Yeah. He was there. He and I hung out for that. It was pretty fun.
I liked his stuff. That stuff was funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's dark humor. It's great.
Yeah.
So, but this is Timothy Swanson, and fantastic. If you have a chance to catch him live, he goes around and does stuff. Great live musician. He's got good stuff. He put it out, and I believe this is actually his debut album too.
Is it really?
His first album, yeah. So good job, man. Good job, Timothy. You can find him, Timothy P. Swanson. It's facebook.com/Timothy P. Swanson. And that is at Facebook. Yeah, it's Timothy P. Swanson. Great stuff. Which this tells me that we are up for another super fun segment. Got to mess with volume knobs here, so gonna be a little different. Hey, maybe people want to see us. I don't know why they would, but who knows?
Probably not me.
I do believe it's time for another delectable tale. Won't you join us down on Storybook Corner?
Oh, that's fantastic.
I feel like that's my key word is fantastic. I'm like, I was saying it too much. Maybe I need to back off on the fantastic here. Yeah.
Well, words have meaning.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay to use it a lot.
Hey, so Jim commented again here about the song. Jim, just so you know, he does play down at, it was 6 degrees. It is now, what is that? Destination 112. Down in downtown Nampa. So if you ever want to check him out, he does perform there quite often. All right, so it is Storybook Corner time. We have another. Wow, this is a long story. What voice would you like to do, Anthony?
Oh no, I have to do some too.
I don't know. You could do the whole thing if you want.
No, you don't want me to do this.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to figure out a voice. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do the parrot. Everybody loves the parrot. I keep
like the
hearing
parrot.
about the parrot, and it kills me. But I'm not recording my voice tomorrow, so who cares? What's a little death? It's all good.
Wow, this is a long one.
This is a long one. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna do my best. So do you have a paper bag handy just in case I get like hyperventilate?
Can you put some? You gotta put the music on.
I know I'm not there yet. I'm like I'm prepping. I'm like building myself up. I'm ready for this. I'm getting ready. All right. Okay, everybody. May I have your attention, please? Miss Antique told the class. Miss Antique is Alexander and Amanda's teacher. Alex and Amanda are twins. Yes, Miss Antique. We will give you our attention. The class chanted. Thank you. Miss Antique thanked while bowing. Not curtsying, but bowing. Okay. It's not even a balk anymore. Okay. Brooke is going to give a report on her country. Her country is Switzerland, said Miss Antique. Brooke stepped to the front of the room. Brooke is like the perfect child. She can also be a show-off. Brooke! Man, how Brooke can be such the perfect child, Alex whispered. Well, started Brooke. Oh, I just realized that it's the end of the day. Brooke will do her report tomorrow. Everybody put your chairs up and back up and line up at the front door. Well, there it is. It's gone southern again. Instructed Miss Antique. Amanda couldn't believe the bus driver assigned is misspelled. It's great. Assigned her to sit right next to Brooke. Hey, Amanda, Brooke said after Amanda sat down. Hi, Amanda said in a hoarse whisper. I really enjoyed your report on Scotland. Everything was astonishing. Brooke joked. Amanda answered, not funny, Brooke. Mark? Hey, the girl in seat E14. Do they label them like that on buses now?
I don't know.
On E14, please keep it down, hollered the bus driver. Oh, we'll restart that. Yeah. Hollered the bus driver. See? Don't snap like that. I don't want to get in trouble. Egged on, Brooke. I'm done playing nice. You apologize right this instant, Amanda yelled. Last warning, girl in E14, warned the bus driver. Ever since then, Amanda and Brooke have stayed silenced. Alex and Amanda's bus stop was 30 minutes away from the school. When they got home, their mom asked, how was school? Amanda and Alex told the whole story at school and on the bus. Amanda didn't talk about her warnings on the bus. It turned out that Brooke's report was all about Switzerland chocolate. How boring would that seem? Very boring. Are you glad that you are not in the time zone? The year was 2125. The blast into the future. What? I'm sorry, what?
Oh my gosh.
Changed so much.
The end was just wow.
In the year 2125, if Switzerland chocolate is still alive. Okay.
That was good.
Oh. All right. We got crap from set following this up here, guys. Jeff was going to try to record earlier today or possibly live. It's just not happening today. Unfortunately, the scheduling, it's tough. He's out shooting and working on stuff. So scheduling was a little tough, but we do have a file here from my brother. We recorded a couple weeks ago. So this is Jason, my brother Jason. So here we go. Oh, wait, I've got to let me mess with some volume knobs here. Otherwise people won't hear him. And
You also need the crap from set.
I'll hear. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just
sorry.
wow.
Do you want
It's
No.
almost like you're used to this now.
No, I am.
I like it. No, this is good.
I don't want to do that. Though.
I don't want.
That's too many buttons.
There's so many buttons. It's like a keyboard with buttons.
I have it easy over here.
It's so
I
true.
just sit here and
I talk into the microphone and I look at my computer screen and I'm good.
except I still failed the first time.
It's all good. Crap from set. All right. Well, we've got Jason Brown back with us. What's going on, Jace?
Hey, buddy. Sorry if my audio quality is poor. I'm on my lunch break here at work, and I'm on my cell phone.
Cell phone in the car. It looks like.
Yeah, I'm in my car. Lunch break. Our catering's right by the 405 freeway, which is the busiest freeway in the world, and it's a little loud, so I'm sitting in my car.
Nice. Well, that's cool. Well, so Jay and I went and saw Guardians on Saturday.
Guardians 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I saw it Sunday morning.
Ha! We beat you.
Yeah. I saw a different movie on Saturday. I can get to that in a minute, but yeah, I saw Guardians 2 on Sunday morning. It was great. I liked it a lot. Not as much as the first one, not nearly as much as the first one, but I still really liked it.
You know, I liked it. I was listening to a couple podcasts this morning about people doing full-on critiques. I love being able to do it like I do, because I just get to show up and be like the common guy. I'm not going into the movie thinking about critiquing it. I'm viewing this and I look at it from an enjoyability standpoint. I loved it. The critiques, when I listen to the critiques, I'm like, oh yeah, that's totally true. I didn't even realize that because I just went to it just enjoying it.
Make good points.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought there was some like forced banter between the characters. I think they were like really trying to force like us to like learn the characters like we didn't know them in the first movie or something. I don't know, but and then the second half of the movie was just great.
Yeah. The biggest complaint that I heard was the action. It was more CGI action rather than like they didn't spend the money on choreographing the action sequences. Like it wasn't as hand-to-hand combat as much.
You're right. It's one of those things that I didn't think about either. And when I saw it, I don't care. What I saw, I really liked. But you're right. I guess when you really think about it, it seemed more CG heavy and less actual physical combat. But it was cool.
Yeah, I liked it. It was cool.
The opening sequence, not to throw a spoiler out, the opening sequence is worth the price of admission alone.
Totally.
Yeah. Baby Groot is really ridiculously cute.
Yeah.
And that's is genius.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. And I remember watching things before it came out. They were saying that they weren't even going to put it back as Baby Groot. They were going to have Groot be full size again. And he's like, no, we got to keep him Baby Groot.
Yeah.
Best decision ever.
Yeah, and when you go see it, if you go see it, folks, go, make sure you stick through the credits. There are 5 post credits.
And they're all worth it too.
Yeah, they were all great. I was sitting next to my wife and I was talking to Alex and I was just like, there's 5. And she's like, 5? And we watched 1 and she's like, there's more? And I was like, there's 4 more.
There's 4 more.
And it just kept going like that. There's 3 more. And she's like, no way.
I know Jay was sitting there like, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, but just wait. Let's wait it out. So yeah, what's going on with you, man? What's going on with your day?
Well, today's a Tuesday for me, which
is for us.
Is for you as well, I suppose. You're an hour ahead of me, so it's still Tuesday there. I'm on my lunch break. I'm currently working on the show I've mentioned before in a podcast with you. I work on the show Ray Donovan. It's on Showtime. It stars Liev Schreiber and John Voight. And today we're doing this scene with Liev and our guest star this season, Susan Sarandon.
Nice.
Which is a big deal that we have her on the show. We're shooting at, I don't know how much I'm supposed to say about this stuff, so I got to kind of keep it low, but we're shooting at her house, which she plays this big movie business mogul executive. And she lives in this mansion. And I believe I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say numbers, but it costs us a lot of money, more than I make in a year, to shoot at this house every day.
Wow.
And last time we were here, a lot of times when you get 2 really talented actors together, as Liev Schreiber and Susan Sarandon being such, they will rehearse the heck out of a scene before we shoot it, as opposed to most like network TV shows where they'll come in, read the dialogue, and the director and them will really, really quickly discuss where they're going to stand or if they're going to cross in the scene or do this. And then they go to, they go to light the scene, and then they go to picture after that and start rolling. We did a 2.5-hour rehearsal for our first scene today. And we have 5 scenes today. So, yeah, so last time we were at this house, and keep in mind it costs more than my annual salary to shoot at this house per day, which isn't a lot, so but it is still a lot of money. Anyway, we had 4 scenes to shoot then, and we got one of them done, and we had to do what we call punting. We had to punt the other scenes to another day, which means we have to pay that again to come back and shoot at this house just to finish that day's work.
Oh.
And so today, we're relatively on schedule. I think we're a little behind. We're fighting daylight. It's almost 5 o'clock here now. Oh, excuse me. It's almost 4 o'clock here now. It gets dark around 7, and we still have a one almost 4-page scene that has to be during the daylight. So I don't know what they're planning to do. We'll see if we can pull it off.
Wayner said that most of the stuff he was doing this week was daylight required. So
yeah. So Jeff's probably explained to you, in the business we have most actors and certain people on contract, like our DP and director. A lot of people have up to a 12-hour turnaround guarantee. That means if we wrap at 9 p.m., we can't start again with those people at least. But our cinematographer, our DP has, he's got to be there. So we can't start again until 9 a.m., 12 hours later, right? Well, if your average day on a show like my show is 14 hours, we can't, we wrap at 9 p.m. on Monday, say we start at 9 a.m. on Tuesday. That means we don't wrap until 11 or midnight Tuesday night. We can't start until noon on Wednesday. And so what you do is you save your night work for Thursday, Friday. So because you can't start until, usually on a Friday, you might not be able to start until 3 or 4 p.m. anyway. So be smart and book all your exterior scenes that happen at night on Thursdays and Fridays, so your turnarounds make sense.
That is
and then
smart.
I think you've with Jeff on the show, I think you've talked about Friday days before.
Yep.
That's our nickname for our average Friday, because last Friday we started at about 5 p.m. So, but one little daylight scene, and the rest of it was all nighttime stuff.
You started at 5 p.m.?
Yeah, we started at 5 p.m. That's our, and it's, and we come to work and everyone says good morning to each other, and it's not like some cute little thing we do. It's just your schedule. It's just like, that's our morning. We still have breakfast, still have breakfast. On those days, sometimes they'll have like a lunch type breakfast, but, and then we still have lunch at midnight,
Dang.
Yeah, the rough thing about Friday, especially on my shows, is you wrap Saturday morning at 6 a.m., and then on Monday, you got to be back at 5:30 or 6 a.m. So it really kind of screws with your sleep schedule. You go home at 6 a.m., you get home by 7 a.m. on Saturday morning, and I guess you want to sleep because you've been up for 16, 17, 18, 19 hours, right?
Right.
And you want to sleep, and you sleep until 2 or 3 p.m., and then if you want to try to get your sleep schedule back on track, you got to be in bed by 10 p.m. It's like, I just woke up. Now it's time to go back to bed.
And then your wife's not happy because no plans and no dates. Hey.
Yeah. And this weekend it was already, you got to see Guardians because Guardians came out, right?
Right.
But then this last weekend, our lead actor, Liev Schreiber, he produced and starred in a film that came out called Chuck. And Liev invited the cast and the crew to a special screening, a few select special screenings here in LA. And so a lot of us, probably about 30 of us from the crew, went to one of the shows Saturday night, and Liev was there for a Q&A with the director after the movie. And that was a lot of fun. But you get that done, and then you got to see Guardians. There's my weekend. My weekend was over, and I got to get up at 4 something in the morning on Monday.
So is this a movie that people can actually see?
Business.
Yeah, is Chuck? Is that something that we can see everywhere?
Oh, Chuck. I don't know. You have to check. I'm not sure if it's a limited release first, if it's only in LA. If you're in Boise, it's a movie that Edwards might get, but it's probably more likely going to be at the Flicks.
Like a Flicks, okay. So like an independent screenhouse sort of thing. Okay.
Yeah, it is an independent film. I think it was foreignly financed. Is that a word? Foreignly financed? It's financed from yeah. Yeah, I believe so. But anyway, I saw it was a terrific film, and I'm not plugging him. I'm really not. He is so good in it. It's one of those movies that, like, if the movie gets enough awareness, he might get some nominations. He plays Chuck Wepner, who's a boxer that's probably mostly known for going almost just barely, like 23 seconds short or something like that, of 15 full rounds with Muhammad Ali. And he's also one of the guys that knocked Muhammad Ali down, although there's some controversy over whether or not he stepped on his foot and caused that to happen or not. But still, really, really tough boxer, really knew how to take a butt kicking. That's kind of what he knew. The film is called Chuck. It was originally called The Bleeder, which is what was his nickname, Chuck the Bleeder. And he was, like I said, he's a guy known for, taking a punch and just getting his butt kicked. But he just always made it through. And but another movie or something, TV show, something just came out that was called something The Bleeder, and so I guess the producers decided to change the title.
Nice, all right.
But did you tell me you saw it, or you were gonna go see it? Oh, you saw Guardians. You said you saw Guardians.
Yeah, saw Guardians. I haven't even looked to see if this is out. It sounds like my type of movie though.
It's great. I mean, there's people that like boxing movies, and there's people that have seen every boxing movie, which is basically the same movie. I was really impressed with this. I completely disagree with one of the reviews I read of it. It said it was good, but it was formulaic. I didn't think it was formulaic at all. Like the fight with Ali is not the climax of the movie, which is what you would expect.
Based on every Rocky movie imaginable, right? Yeah.
Sure, it's just like, I mean, it was kind of like the highlight of his career, but it's not the climax of this film. This is a good story about his whole life, and that happens not quite halfway through the movie. I was looking at he's fighting Ali, and it's getting more and more rounds in the film, and I'm looking at my watch, and I'm like, oh, is this movie only an hour long? And because that's how us people in the business think. You're like, this should be the climax right now,
right?
And no, it's not. It's he's got a whole life after the Ali fight, which is a big part of Chuck's life, And
nice.
He was really big because they had permission from Chuck Wepner to do everything, and he was on set. And the movie is really about his false sense of fame, his failure, and just him pretending to himself that he's a success, or maybe it's an insecurity. But wow, it was really, really terrific story, and it was really well done. I was fortunate enough afterwards. I got to go have drinks and talk with Lee Evan, the director, and it was so cool talking to him just about how he didn't really force a Hollywood formula in this film. So yeah, I urge people to go check it out, especially if you like independent cinema. It's got a great natural feel to it, very organic.
Nice, which I totally do. I enjoy more independent stuff than the main Hollywood stuff.
Which is very, commercial and streamlined and everything. But they're both terrific films. I really liked both movies I saw this weekend.
That was Guardians. So yeah, you broke up on this end, but yeah, you were saying opposite of Guardians on that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Which, yes, was fantastic. I'd see it again.
Yeah, Guardians is one of those that's like, even if I'm only going to watch it 2 or 3 more times in my life, I need to have the Blu-ray. I don't buy a lot of movies anymore, but like there's some you're just like, I gotta buy that one. Like you gotta buy Star Wars movies. You gotta buy Guardians.
I don't care if you didn't like the Star Wars movie. You gotta have it.
You gotta own it, right? I got that big box set trilogy that that was $100 and whatever when it came out. That's episodes 1 through 6.
Yeah, on Blu-ray.
Yeah, on Blu-ray, of course.
Yeah. We still have the VHS too. I mean, come on.
And the toughest thing is like, now we're in this period of a terrible time now with Star Wars films where you got, I'm sorry, we're changing topics all over the place here.
Yeah, it's all good.
You own 1 through 6 on Blu-ray, right? And then episode 7 comes out and you're like, oh, do I buy this or do I wait till like 7, 8, and 9 come out in some awesome box set, right? And then Rogue One comes out and you're like, oh man, now they're gonna alternate years and I gotta wait like 7 years to get, and Blu-ray is probably not even gonna be a thing in 7 years.
Right.
So I mean, if you're Jeff Weiner, you own every one of them. My Blu-ray day one. You probably figured out a way to get it before day one.
Probably.
But for me, you're just like, do I drop $40 on this?
The obvious answer is you buy it when it comes out, and then you buy the box set when the box set comes out.
That's Jeff Weiner's obvious answer.
It is. Did he tell you about the birthday present that Pat and I sent him?
No.
Oh,
I haven't talked that much.
Dude, yeah. Text Wayner and find out what he got from us for a birthday present.
You're gonna keep that from the audience.
Yeah. What? No. Okay. We sent him one of the mystery mugs. We sent him the zombie potato head mugs.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. He's gonna love that. He already got it.
Oh, he already got it. Yeah. Yeah, he dug it.
Okay, great. Well,
I expect to see it
I'm sorry,
on
he
the
couldn't
set
be here
somewhere.
Oh, yeah, probably. No, he won't bring it to set. Things like that get jacked. No, we don't really steal much on set, but if it's really cool,
Right.
yeah, stuff gets jacked. I gotta hang on to like my Ray Donovan stuff, like your Ray Donovan jacket and my water bottle and stuff when you go to other shows or something like that. Especially the extras, they're like, "Oh, that is so cool."
Well, I'm saying like he should, working on like a cop show or something. Like it should just end up on a desk. So when the camera goes by.
It was props or the set dressing department and told that.
Yeah. Oops, I accidentally said that there.
Something like Brooklyn Nine-Nine that might fit right in.
It would totally fit right in.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I bet you got to get going, and it's been fantastic as always.
Of course, I'm gonna go back and we'll see if I get out of here at some point on actually Tuesday. It will probably not be your Tuesday by the time I get out of here. It might still be my Tuesday.
Which just means it definitely won't be my Wednesday for Wednesday ending, and so on.
Yeah.
Etc. Etc.
It was good talking to you again, Drew, and I look forward to next time.
All right. Thanks, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right. See ya.
Bye. All right. There you go.
Yeah.
So you find more stuff out about Ray Donovan, Liev Schreiber, Star Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy. Looks like we had Jim Fu, who's my buddy Jim. He's been looking up. He asked while this started playing, when is the next season start airing of Ray Donovan? And then he looked it up because I texted Jason and he hasn't responded yet. So turns out it's going to be August 6th. So if you're curious in watching that, it's August 6th. And the movie Chuck, which he was talking about, I do want to see this. And it looks like it is going to be available to where we can actually go down to a regular theater and watch that. So I'm excited. Yeah. I like boxing movies. I don't like boxing.
Why not?
Okay, so Jason and I, as kids, we fought all the time, and so I mean, I got enough of it then. I don't enjoy going and watching boxing for some odd reason. I don't know why.
What about like MMA?
Nope, I don't like that either.
Really? Why not?
In fact, I like MMA less
than boxing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, it's weird.
That is weird.
I think it's because they put him in a cage. And like, I'm not into the cage match thing. It's like it's too much wrestling for me.
Oh, that's the coolest part.
But
you don't like grappling at all?
I mean, I'm okay with grappling to certain degrees, but I mean, I don't know.
I like the.
But no,
jiu-jitsu.
it feels like too pro wrestling.
No.
Yeah, I mean, to me.
How so?
I don't know. Like, and again, I think it's because they put him in a cage. Like you get the cage match on your pro wrestling. WWE cage match, SmackDown, whatever it is. And
I've been watching. I've been watching MMA since Pride. Way back when.
Was that when they were waving the rainbow flags?
No, that's
wrong. Pride.
So Pride happened right around before UFC. Like the Gracies.
Okay.
And all that. So it's I've been interested in MMA for a really long time.
No, well, there you go.
Yeah, one of my good buddies is actually he has a jiu-jitsu school.
Nice. Well, that's the thing is I know people who do this stuff. And so, I mean, I enjoy it that way. I would go and support them there.
Yeah.
But I don't, it's like I don't want to watch it on TV and I really don't want to go. I mean, I probably had more fun there. I'm not a big want to watch sports on TV person. Period. Okay. Any sport, doesn't matter what sport.
So would you go to like Front Street Fights in Boise and watch MMA there?
Maybe. I mean,
that's like amateur level, but they're not amateurs. I mean, they're still really, really good, but they're not at UFC level yet.
Jim just commented, "Sweaty guys rolling on the floor, not that good."
I mean, I can see that. I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I think
but
a lot of
it's real fighting though. That's the difference.
It is and it isn't. It's more. It's like street fighting.
To me, which is like 99% of all fighting.
But when I watch it, I want to see something a little bit more structured. I want to see somebody that's actually trained and knows what they're doing. That's why I think I could get along better with boxing than MMA because they're trained. There's strategy. They're trying to wear the other person out.
Oh man,
there's more
so
rules
much
going
strategy
I know,
to jujitsu.
But
I
yes, that's the thing. But jujitsu isn't MMA. MMA in itself is mixed martial arts.
Yes, but you have rules encompassing what they're doing.
There are.
And there's tons of leverage and training involved in all the judo and the jujitsu.
There is, but I would much rather see a couple kung fu artists or karate artists go and just try to smack it out. There's like 1,000 different forms of each one of those. They don't have to like that. You can mix it up there. Like here comes my crane style. Here comes my snake style. Here comes, you don't need to be like,
Kung Fu Panda reference.
Right. Right. You don't need to be like, okay, now I'm gonna, here it comes. I'm gonna kick, and now I'm gonna just get you on the ground and just try to choke or hold you out. It's not that exciting to me. I mean, it is because
it takes a lot of skill.
It does. It takes. I know. I don't want to like insult people. I'm sure it's very difficult. I know it's not like pro wrestling to where it's fake. This is legitimate stuff, but I don't like watching it. I would rather watch boxing, or I would really rather watch two. Not saying that they're not legitimate artists in this, but two people who are like black belt level that are trained in both the physical and the emotional, spiritual side of the martial arts.
Yeah.
They have that inner control, and I'd rather see a tournament like that.
Yeah.
Than I would like an MMA battle.
So when Pride first started, some of those guys, like the legit black belt kung fu guys and the karate guys would come, and even some of the taekwondo guys would come.
Sure.
And they stopped coming because they were getting beat down.
Well, yeah.
Hard.
Because they're not, I mean, grappling is a portion in some of that, but
it's
MMA is more about, it's more street fight.
Yeah.
And it's more chokehold. It's more like just get them to tap out than it is about the structure and the form of it. And it's,
I mean, I can't remember what the percentage is, but it's a ridiculous percentage of street fights that end up on the ground. It's like 85 or 90%.
Oh, I'm sure.
So the reason why people train in jiu-jitsu and grappling is because if you're going to get jumped, 90% of the time you're going to end up on the ground.
You're getting right.
And if you have the training to get into the guard, then you're probably going to be all right.
Now, I did wrestling when I was in school and stuff. I actually did do wrestling. And so, I mean, I'm trained to get out of some of that and to do that. And in fact, I held my school's record for speed in a certain takedown from the bottom position, like actually taking down. I held that record for a while.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I mean, I get it. I'm not against wrestling.
Yeah.
But it's just, if I'm watching something that's called mixed martial arts, I would like to see some martial arts.
Well, that's what those guys are trained in jiu-jitsu.
But they're not doing it. They are doing street fighting.
No, they're doing jiu-jitsu on the ground. Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
They're doing some Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
And judo.
Okay.
And judo.
Okay, so it's not a mixed martial arts then. It's Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu mixed
in a cage.
With some
How is this not dog fighting?
Well, it's striking, and
how is this not dog
there's
fighting?
There's striking involved,
right?
And there's leverage involved.
But they're in a cage,
and the takedowns are not something you can just do. I mean, some of those guys do some pretty intricate takedowns.
They do. I'm not going to deny some
jiu-jitsu.
of this. Yeah, I'm not going to deny it. There are some cool things.
That takes a ton of training.
It does. It does.
There's I don't know.
I've got a buddy. In fact, one of my brother-in-laws has actually trained Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And I mean, it's cool stuff. I don't want to knock it or anything. People don't think that I'm knocking this, but
no. I just think for self-defense, if you're going to do, I mean, I think like the Wing Chun and all the really cool Kung Fu style, Wing Chun, whatever it's called. All those are really cool to know, but you got to mix the grappling in. Because if you ever get...
grappling's in on those. They're actually, there is grappling inside of that. Yeah.
Oh, good.
But once you end up on the ground, people like to get in on the fight and you get a boot to the head.
That is true.
That is very true.
It is true. Yeah, but if you're in a one-on-one situation... or even a 2-on-1 situation, you're going to be able to protect yourself a lot better if you know some grappling.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why there is actually grappling that is taught inside of Kung Fu and karate and all of that.
Good.
It's just, that's why I get it.
It is a little bit neglected though. Compared to,
depends on who teaches it.
The focus on the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu side.
Okay, so Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, from my understanding, is almost 100% battle oriented, period. It is more oriented to just teaching this is how you fight. Whereas when you get into like Kung Fu, which is part of the reason why I wanted to have my kids in Kung Fu, is it's multifaceted.
Yeah,
it's
there's
more
discipline
about right. It's more about the culture. It's more about self-control. It's more about creating that person inside of you while also learning how to defend yourself. And I like the school that we're going to where, they talk about, what is a warrior? What is this? You are learning to do this to protect people. You are not learning to do this to hurt people.
Yeah.
It is all defense. If I find out that you go out and attack somebody, I will strip your belt from you. I don't care what level it is.
Yeah, that's great.
This dojo is one of the few in the world that reserves the right to strip a black belt of their black belt.
Wow.
So, yeah.
No, I like that. That's a good concept there. So I'm all for that.
Yeah, that's cool. So anyway, well, that was a long time.
Yeah.
Completely off topic in a long time, but
That's
it's great.
okay.
So yeah, that's it for this episode. It's been a great episode. Thank you, Anthony or Aunt Honey. We've actually had people like referring to you as Aunt Honey. So
I'm all right with
I've
that.
started a movement.
That's good. Maybe that should be my gamer tag.
It's one of them.
Yeah, it could be one of them.
One of your gamer tags is Aunt Honey. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you to all of our listeners, Jim, for being so active in the chat today. That's fantastic. Love it when people are active in the chat. You can watch this and do that live. We do pay attention. Obviously, we pay attention to the chat that's going on the YouTube stream. So you can always check that out. But thank you to our listeners. You are why we do this. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. You are who make it possible for us to do this. It takes more work and energy than you would ever imagine it to do.
Not for me.
Even like that. Well, yeah. I mean, Mr. Hey, Drew, we're recording. I realized it's Wednesday. I don't have any stories or anything.
That literally happened.
We're recording tonight, right? Yeah, we are.
So sorry.
It's all right. We're just all good. But it does take a lot of time and energy to do this. So if you have and I know it sounds trite. It sounds so lame. Saying, "Oh, these guys, they're willing to." Plug earmuffs, kids. They're willing to hoard themselves out for $1 a month. It's like, no, this is like a strength in numbers thing. We really need that. And even if we get enough people in there at $1 a month, it adds up, man. It's like saving your pennies. It adds up and it goes a long way. So even $1 a month on Patreon, it's patreon.com/ClasslessChat. We do even have a new category on there to where people can do a certain amount and we will send them a mug. So they can actually get one of our sweet Classless Chat mugs that you see us drinking out of all the time. And you can comment and tell us which one you want if you want. Otherwise, we will just hand select one for you and send it to you. Again, patreon.com/ClasslessChat. You can check us out at ClasslessChat.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, at ClasslessChat on all of that stuff. We're not on Instagram or anything because we're not Aunt Honey, but you can find Aunt honey on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Delectable Meats. Delectable Meats. And let me tell you, they are delectable.
Thanks for listening to Classless Chat with your hosts, Drew and Pat. Be sure to listen again next time. You never know what these two are going to say.
Or Drew and Aunt Honey. Either way, whatever.